Well, good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day out today. Crows are calling. I got to get ready. We are going to see Gary, guys. We're going up north to see our friends. So I'm going to head back home, just out walking the dog this morning, but we got to pack the car. Let me show you what we're going to bring. Yeah, we are going for a couple weeks, so it's going to be a lot of stuff, but it'll be well worth it.
All right, so we're back down here in the basement with all my gear. I've been literally packing all week, and thankfully I do have a really good list from the 2-week Gaspé Z trip I took last summer. If you haven't seen those videos, go ahead and check them out. It was a really great time. This summer is going to be all about visiting friends and family and having a great time, relaxing a little bit too. So let's see what I've packed.
All right, so here's the lion's share of it right here. So, of course, I've got my chairs. I think it's going to rain a bit, so we might be sitting in our Vivor gazebo for a while. I'm going to have a cooler. Not going to bring a whole lot of fresh food. Probably going to have some eggs, a little bit of meat, things like that in there to keep cool. But I'll show you the actual, the food that we're bringing in just a sec. Picked up these fans. These are nice to have actually in your camping, keep the bugs away. They run off the Ryobi batteries if you have those, and I use them for the dog too in the car. It's a really nice adjunct to the AC system. You just kind of let those blow around. And they're pretty light and they kind of rotate around, and they've got like a little clip here too. So they're on sale. I got two literally for the price of one, which is awesome. Just removing the fans there so you can see the little stove I'm going to bring. So we may be under partial fire ban. So basically it means we have to cook kind of on our little gas stove. So this is one of my favorite ones, and it's upside down. So this is the Martin gas stove. Really like the Martin products. I do have their heater in the cabin. So yeah, this is great. So basically you pop this up and turn it around, and it's like a little gas stove, and you have the butane in there, and it's really great. Camp with this all across the gas bay, and it's super light, packs away nicely because it's kind of slim. And oh yeah, you gotta flip this over again to put it away. And never let me down once, and it's pretty decent on gas. So that's what we're going to be using for cooking by and large. Probably have a fire occasion. I think there is a few hours of the day we're allowed to have fire, but it's been so droughty, you got to be really careful. This is the dog stuff here. I got all his things, his bowls. This whole tub here is his food. And of course I have a little medical kit. Kind of, we have our first aid kit. I got this toolbox, and I just sort of put all his stuff in there. Of course, this little eye drop, super important because he has glaucoma. And just like emergency stuff, like if he was to need a paw wrapped, some shampoo, antiseptic if he gets a cut or something. We're not always going to be near the main city, so you want to be able to have a little pet first aid kit. And then of course his life jacket. This thing actually, it needs a repair. Kind of don't know, it's old. I got it off Amazon a while back, and the clips here, they're just kind of like they slip out of the buckle. So I'm going to need to, I don't have time to do this now, but basically going to have to cut these, put in new buckles, and sew them back on. It has a bit of Velcro, but that really doesn't hold. But it's something for now. I'll just have to jerry rig something when we're camping. Maybe I can figure something out, but we'll see. I need to get a new one or fix this. Now, just below here, some of you may be wondering what this is. Well, I made a trip to our favorite place, Cabela's. The place that we're going with Gary and his family has an 18-hole golf course for frisbees, so frisbee golf. So I want to, do well. Obviously, Gary's quite competitive, as am I. So I picked up these Franklin disc golf tournament-style discs from Cabela's. And it comes with sort of different frisbees. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but some of them, like there's a driver, there is mid-range, and then there's your putter. So this one's maximum accuracy, this is stability, and this is for max distance. So I'm totally going to beat him at frisbee golf. You guys will see that in the next videos coming up, I'm sure. So got these at Cabela's.
And speaking of Cabela's, I totally forgot Gary's birthday this spring. I feel really bad. I've known him for a very long time, and it was just one of those things. I'm like, oh, someone's birthday. Then I realized I was a week late or so. So I owe him an apology. So I got a couple things for him at Cabela's. So I'll show you as long as you guys promise to keep a secret. All right, so we got a lot of fishing gear there right now, obviously, and I picked up this because he loves to do a little bit of bass fishing, as we all know. This is one of my favorite lures actually to use for bass fishing, so pick that up there. So I also picked up for him MEPS number 4, which has the natural bucktail or squirrel tail, I believe, on there. So the fish love this kind of thing. So Gary, I'm so sorry for missing your birthday, but you'll just have to accept my apology. And of course, I was there, I also picked up this wonderful buff for my friend Carrie as well. It is really nice. It is a true buff, and it is UV protective. You can use it on your neck, your head. You can do lots of things with these buffs. So I think it's a pretty color. So I picked this up for her as well. Now this truly is glamping. As you guys know, obviously, I'm not backpacking with all this stuff. So I got the 2 cots right there. And this is the dog bed. I love this thing. The dog loves it too. It just sort of folds out into a little square and you can sleep on it. Let's see, what's this? Oh yeah, this is the table. We can have a setup. It's a collapsible table. And I love my little water jug. It's very flat, so it's nice to pack. I believe it is 20 liters or so. So it's a good bit of... 23 liters. Yeah. So that was super helpful. It's a bit annoying to pour, but it is something that, we can store easily and travel. We'll be able to stock up on water at the various parks that we visit. And of course, all of our clothing and stuff like that. Just bringing some, it's going to be cooler at night. So got some pants, little Cabela's, sweater, and then a few shorts and a bathing suit. Using the mats for the cots. I really like these foldable ones. They're pretty comfy. And then underneath, there's 2 bins there, sort of like sleeping bags and gear. I'm going to be bringing my one of my down sleeping bags, because it could get down to like 8 degrees at night. And when you're outdoors and it can be clammy and damp, you appreciate that extra warmth. It surprisingly got down to 5 degrees at Sugarloaf Park when we were there last year. And I really appreciate having a much warmer sleeping bag. So I'm going to bring that. And of course, some just warm sleeping clothes like long johns and things like that. And this little mat underneath here, that's kind of like a little fake straw plasticky mat thing. So that's going to go under the gazebo. It's just flooring, so you're not sitting on sand and stuff like that, especially with the dog. And he's like a little Velcro dog, going to get all that mess in his fur. All right, now I got to show you the food. This is awesome. Now, how am I going to store all this stuff? We've got the rooftop rack here that's come down. And I've got the back of the car here. So we'll get it all stuffed in there. Don't worry about it. I also have a little bit of a sunshade here because we're going to be doing some beach time for sure. Now let's look at here. This is sort of the dehydrated food for 2 weeks. Just love all these big containers here. They're so helpful. So there we go. So there's some food. Now a lot of it is dehydrated for travel. Spent all week kind of dehydrating food and preparing it. So got all kinds of goodies in here. So all kinds of goodies in here. Including, the pumpkin pie that I made before. So I've got the pumpkin pie. And I also have some kind of like, graham cracker crust to kind of crumble on top. Got some pasta, have some freeze-dried fruit here as well. Bring some of my Haskip jam. And then, what's this? I'm not entirely what that is. What's on onions or something, or I don't know. Anyways, salad topper. This is actually just granola. And of course, some wraps. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I'm not going to starve, that's for sure. But it just makes it's a little bit easier if you don't know, what you're going to get where you travel. So traveling with the foods that you want from home is always a good thing. So, the larder is packed. So we're going to get up to lots of fun stuff. I think we have hikes planned, obviously playing Frisbee golf. And we may go hiking in an area called Screaming Heads. So that'll be pretty interesting. And as you know, Gary and I always get up to some shenanigans. So we'll both be vlogging, I believe, on this trip. So stay tuned to both of our channels. His channel is Unfrequented World. All right. Have a great week. And we'll see you in the next videos. I will be away, but I have pre-recorded some shows for you guys. So enjoy. Bye for now.